Hello, everyone. My name is Lynn, and I am here today to discuss with you our meditation practice for the month of May. So before every class, when I used to have live yoga classes, I would read a quote from the book that I chose for the year. And I would read it at the beginning of class, and I would read it at the end of class. And the book that I had chose for this year was the first book that I had ever chose on a consistent basis for reading quotes. And the book this year is Daily Joy, published by National Geographic. And each month the book has different themes. And the theme for the month of May is courage. I feel that the whole idea of courage just is so appropriate for where we are right now in 2020. With the coronavirus that has happened and has changed our lives, it's forced a lot of us into physical distancing and social isolation, and our routines have just gone topsy-turvy. And nothing is ever going to be the same. And as the world is starting to open up, or at least here in the United States, slowly across the country, there is this opening up of businesses and places and coming back to life. And I really felt again that this month's theme was really appropriate because we need courage to be able to step into life as it is now, because it's completely different. As we go through the month with courage, I also wanted to, just the definition of courage. I like the mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, withstand danger during fear or difficulty. And it's a great time to open up our heart chakra. So if we think about the word courage, the root word in Latin is cor. And then we move into, Old French, and then into Middle English, where it becomes the word courage that we know today, which is donating the heart, or the seat of feelings. So the root word in Latin, cor, is heart. So for me, it was kind of like I'm going to just say it, a no-brainer that we're going to continue to work on our heart chakra, and specifically this region, because the heart chakra, which is in right here at the center of our heart at our sternum, is our fourth chakra. This chakra, its Sanskrit name is Anahata, and it translates into unstuck, or it can be translated as soundless. And the main element of our fourth chakra is air. And it's about air, breathing, balance, relationship, unity, and healing. And all of that is really what we need right now in the world for ourselves, for our loved ones, our friends, and others, is to open up our hearts and to live a more compassionate life. So our physiological function of our heart chakra is love. And what comes out of love, the result of love, is peace. And we really want to also find that during this time. Our work with our heart chakra, we're going to be doing a lot of visualization as well as breath work this month. So prana, which is our life force, our vital energy, it's the balance between our mind and our body when we use our breath, our prana. And so we're going to do a lot of practice with different breathing techniques to really allow you to come into your heart center and to release your thoughts. One of the other things with the visualization that we'll be doing is the color of the heart chakra is green. It's the primary color. So we'll be doing some work with visualizing the color green and nature. The secondary color of the heart chakra is pink. So we may use pink as a visualization as well. On the idea or the aspect of the colors, the heart chakra, when we think of gemstones and crystals, for those of you that like to have crystals around when you meditate, you're going to want to have green or pink crystals. You know, greens are jade and tourmaline and emeralds. And as far as the pink crystal, the best one that I could think of for you right now is rose quartz. So if you have any of those, you can always bring those beside you while you are meditating. For those of you that like to have a scent or incense going during your meditation practice this month, the lavender is the scent for your heart chakra. So as I said, that the heart chakra is primarily associated with the element air. And as you know, I have been outside doing most of these meditations and hope to continue to be able to offer them in an outdoor setting to you. So you'll hear the wind in the trees, you'll hear the birds singing. And I just want you to think about, you know, air is associated with freedom and birds flying and lightness and spaciousness. And I'm hoping we can really bring all of that into our heart center through our breathing practices. I do want to talk about the energetics of the heart chakra. We really try and bring things into balance, and especially those of you who have been with me through my yoga teachings, it's always been about bringing ourselves into balance and bringing ourselves into alignment. And the same is going to go this month with our work with our heart chakra and our breathing practices. So our heart chakra, we can have the extremes from deficiencies and excess, and then balance right in the center. So if our heart chakra is deficient, we experience several different things. Inability to forgive, loneliness, lack of self-love, apathy, or indifference. And when our heart chakra is excessive and a lot of energy coming out of our heart chakra, we can experience jealousy, codependence, martyrdom, egotism, self-centeredness, and tribalism. And I find that to be really interesting too, that I've picked this as our theme for the month, that it seems like there's a lot of that polarity or duality going on of the opposite of the deficiencies and the excess, where we can go through these swings of loneliness, and then we go into being really self-centered. And we see it across all spectrums of our lives and in all relationships and all people, from, you know, your immediate social circles to around you, to even into politics and how the world is dealing with our current situation. So balancing our heart chakra and bringing this whole area into balance is, when it's balanced, we have this sense of wholeness. We are able to experience empathy. We have greater compassion. We're friendlier. We have more motivation. We're more nurturing. We're more accepting. We're full of love, and we're full of self-love. And I personally think that this is where we need to bring ourselves to during this time, and that we need to be courageous as we go forward into this new reality, because every day something different happens and we just don't know. But we can't live our life in fear, and we have to change and be open to what is going on. So I'm hoping that this month will allow you to be able to step forward into your life with an open heart. I did want to read a little bit of a study that I found that was published in the Journal of Positive Psychology in 2007. And the article was entitled "Implicit Theories of Courage." And there's 4 components that we'll just say its rate et al. Are the authors of this study. So there's 4 components of courage. And the first one is intentionality and deliberation. The second is personal fear. The third is noble, good acts. And the fourth is personal risk. And all of these components, as I've kind of scanned through our quotes, do come into play. So one of the things, the little summary of this study was they came to this conclusion that there is a willful, intentional act executed after mindful deliberation involving objective, substantial risk to actor, primarily motivated to bring about a noble good or worthy end, despite perhaps the presence of emotional fear. And as we know from what we've seen in the news, all of our healthcare workers in the country are showing tremendous courage during this time fighting the virus. They are doing their work and their job despite their own personal fears. So if we can open ourselves up and have a little courage ourselves and get past our own fears and open up our heart chakras and live our lives with loving kindness and compassion, we will all get through this. We will all get through this. Thank you for joining me on our discussion of what is to come in the following month of our meditation on courage or for courage. And I hope that I will see you daily as we practice. And I hope to be able to offer you some more yoga classes that will be around this whole opening of our heart center and our breath and our lungs. Namaste.